Joey! Welcome to the showy.
God, dude, this is amazing.
What? 1/3 of the Kurious Kats Podcast. My friend Joey Stein.
What's up, dude? You just open up with everybody with a drum circle?
Yeah,
is that what we do?
Time.
Right.
Every time. It's representative of staying consistent in your message. And I look at the drum as like I told the story a million times on the podcast. So anybody who's heard it a million times, prepare for the 100 for the 1 millionth and one time that you
would it be 244th time?
No, but man, we got to be all crazy. No, but it's basically like, I think Conan O'Brien told the story to Pete Holmes about he was like, you got your little instrument, you got your little triangle, you just keep hitting that triangle and be consistent in your hitting of that triangle, and then one day someone will go, "Hey, do you hear that triangle?" That's kind of the way I started going about starting every show, beating of the drum, because it's like representation of my consistency. I guess. Look,
dude, Blue Oyster Cult had the cowbell. You could definitely have the finger drums.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It all goes in the circle, dude.
Do you have Peacock?
Do I have Peacock? No, I don't. That's a new thing WWE's on now, isn't it?
yeah, but I mean, I watch less WWE on it than I watch SNL because there's like they just have an SNL channel where where
SNL just plays all day,
all day, all day, all night. It's called the SNL Vault, and it just plays sketches in like no order.
Oh, dude!
All day, all night, and I'm always on that. But you're saying the Blue Oyster Cult and the cowbell. I just saw that. I just saw that sketch again a couple days ago.
Can we talk about how much Norm Macdonald was a treasure to that show?
Mm-hmm. Norm Macdonald is so underappreciated. He's such a treasure, and he's not recognized for how much of a treasure he truly is.
Exactly. Like there's a webpage, I'm pretty sure it's his on YouTube. It's called I'm Not Norm. And it's just Norm Macdonald compilation videos, dude.
I watch them all the time. I don't think it's Norm. I think they're being sincere in their not Normness. But
yeah.
But
dude, it rules though. It's just Norm Macdonald, dude, the whole page.
Yeah. There's a bunch of compilations like Norm Macdonald's best gay jokes. Norm Macdonald's best racist jokes. They're so dry, and it's so like it doesn't come from a hateful place. It's just a comedy place.
That's right. Oh, sorry, man. I want a podcast, bro.
So sorry.
Later, Josh. He was just bringing me my food, dude.
Mm-hmm. That's what people do.
Yeah, I totally forgot I ordered it. But yeah, dude, I get down on Norm Macdonald like all day on SNL.
Did you ever see Dirty Work?
No, I didn't. Oh, do I gotta take the time?
you must invest the time in watching Dirty Work. It's like starring Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang.
Okay, right? I'm already sold.
And they started a business where they'll get revenge for you on somebody who's done you dirty. So they'll do the dirty work for your revenge. Oh. So they play like really cool pranks on people. And they're like, oh my God, it's such a good movie. But
dude, I'm gonna check this out. It's worth it.
Yeah. There's one scene that I think I quote almost every day. Rebecca Romaine, right?
Oh, Rebecca Romaine? Yes, yeah. I do.
she plays the bearded lady at a circus.
Oh.
So she has a big beard, and she goes up to Norm Macdonald and she goes, "Hey, baby, have you ever been with a woman with a beard before?" And he goes, "No." And she was like, "Well, you ain't lived till you've been with a woman with a beard." And he pulls out a tape recorder and he goes, "Note to self, I don't want to live."
Dude, it's just he's got that small that just those little tiny bits down, dude, where it's like, oh, this is amazing. I'm gonna remember this till I die.
Yeah. Is Norm Macdonald appreciation daily in this house.
I feel it, dude. I was gonna say, I've been on such a movie kick. Like, I just watched Unhinged.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it?
No,
it's
I don't think so.
Okay, it's Russell Crowe. It's literally a fat Russell Crowe just having road rage the whole movie.
Oh, okay. So he needs a good book on tape. He needs a little. he needs a good calming mix.
The whole movie, you want to hate Russell Crowe, but as a man, you just kind of start to agree with him. Like, yeah, he's right.
You're speaking to the wrong guy here, because I have 0% road rage, like never.
Well, no,
it doesn't happen for me.
Well, no, like what builds up to the road rage, you go, all right, I can see where that'd be my tipping point. You know what I mean? Like one of those things. Like it's a movie. I keep telling all my friends to go watch it, so they just go, you know what? I wanted to hate it. I wanted to hate it so bad.
Well, back to Dirty Work for just 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chris Farley in this movie plays a character where he's like a bar rat, like he's a barfly, I guess you call them.
Yeah.
And he's always at this bar, but he has a Band-Aid on the front of his nose.
Oh, Jesus.
And Norm Macdonald's sitting at the bar, and he's like, yeah, my day sucked. I got fired. And then he's like, could be worse. I could have got my nose bit off by a Saigon whore. And then Chris Farley goes, you bastard! I'm just kidding, Jimmy. I knew you were there. So the runner through the thing is that Chris Farley's character got his nose bit off by a Saigon whore.
It's so perfect, dude.
and then like later on in some of the like revenge plots that he was trying to do, he was like, he had this cage full of skunks that he was letting loose into like an opera house, and he goes, and he's like standing there doing this dramatic thing where he's like hasn't opened the cages yet, and he's like, in the land of the blind, the man with one eye is king. In the land of the skunks, the man with no nose rules. And as he's doing that, someone's like, you can open the cages. You just open the cage.
God, dude, now I know what I'm doing after this. Well, after the next two podcasts, I'm on. Definitely watching Dirty Work. Put that down over here on the things to do.
Okay, so we have a couple of things in common. And I'll say, just for the people who might not know, who might be listening, going, who is this Joey Stein comedy guy? We don't know anything about this Joey Stein comedy guy. Joey Stein is an Ohio-based comedian, also professional wrestler, just like this guy. Except I'm not Ohio, but and this guy, I'm pointing to myself for the people listening, not watching.
Yeah, I just got back into the ring for the first time this Saturday, and it ruled.
Yeah. Well,
I forgot how much it ruled.
How's your body feel? Because I know we talked about, you were like, oh, you're.
Oh, okay. So
because I was hurting.
This ruled even more. I only bumped once.
Oh boy,
dude! It was because like the story that we were trying to tell is like, I'm this big dude taking on two other guys, and my manager, who's now my tag team partner, is the chicken shit heel. I'm the Tomco. I have to do all the work. And then like he was the only one who bumped, and then afterwards he was like, "Dude, I feel great too." Like,
cool. It
was an experience, dude. Like I forgot how much I missed it. You know what I mean? I totally forgot. I think
last year. I don't want to say last year. Maybe it was the year before that. I hadn't worked in a couple of months. I hadn't taken bumps in a couple of months, and I was like getting this 10-person tag.
Oh,
and everybody was bumping, and then it got me and this other guy. Like it was the big hot tag, the big just the waterfall spots. And he was I got in, and Ron was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna grab you like a Russian leg sweep, but I'm gonna bump, and you're gonna do it." And we're like, "No, we're not doing that." No. And I was like, "I got a better idea, Ron. Check this out. You know the jab, dusty elbow?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're doing that." so that was the only bump I take.
Dude, it was so funny because like I don't know if this ever happens to you, but like when you go to talk to like the dude that you're working with, do you ever get that feeling like they don't think you know what you're doing sometimes? I think the
opposite of that. I think the opposite of that exists where the people talk to me and think that I don't think they know what they're doing. I think that all the time. But I don't think that anybody ever thinks that I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, what happened is I could totally understand why there's like the two dudes thought me and my dude sucked. Was because like we showed up late, and then as we're getting dressed, I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's been like 3 years." He was like, "Oh my God, are you about to like go out there and blow it, dude?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, I got this. It's like riding a bike." And then like after everything was said and done, dude, like we did really good. And the guy's like, "Man, how many strikes did you throw?" And I was like, "I threw absolutely none at you guys." I threw absolutely none, dude. I just wrestled and talked the whole time, man. This is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But like, dude, I forgot. How do I put it? I forgot the type of joy you get after doing a good job. You know what I mean? Like, you go out there, you killed it, and like a comedy high and a wrestling high are like two different things, man.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because like with a comedy, if you killed, like the whole room will tell you. Like with wrestling, yeah, maybe someone will be like, "Hey, man, that was like the drizzling shits," but like, maybe.
Dude, it's funny because like I have a meter. I have a meter of not believing a lot of people who tell me it's either good or bad. Like, so like I was hosting this showcase last night, and like when I got in the car and we were leaving, my friend was like, "You nailed it, dude. You killed it. That was great. You did great." And I was like, All right. I feel like I felt like I needed that. I needed that. But like when I get into the back of a wrestling show and everyone's like just standing there, it's the obligatory good match.
Yeah.
It's not as sincere. I guess it's almost like when someone goes, "Hey, nice set." When it's like, "Are you saying nice set, or did you really think I did good?" Like, were you truly paying attention? And it's kind of like, tell me if this happens to you in Ohio, but like you can go out there and kill it in the match, and then you get in the back, and you're like, "Oh," you go up to the promoter, and you're like, "Oh, what did you think? Did I deliver what you wanted?" And they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't see it."
Yeah, but it said,
I didn't see it. I was real busy. Like, why do you all do that? Like, is that like a thing?
No, it's a thing here too, dude.
Right.
Like, or they'll ask you like for a specific finish that they want. You go give them their specific finish, and they're like, "Oh man, I missed it, but by judging by the crowd, man, it sounded great."
Right. Yeah, it's like, no, you didn't miss it. Is it in the promoter's handbook where you just have to tell the wrestlers you didn't see it? Because I think if that's the case, that can justify the fact that they're not giving you what you actually deserve. As far as monetarily.
Yeah, not only that, but like you can tell if they want you on that show or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if it's weird. I've always been able to gauge like how people talk to me. And it's like, dude, you don't talk to like so-and-so over there that way. Why are you talking to me this way? Like, I don't know, you dick ride them. And then when you come over to me, you're like, "It was all right." Maybe, I don't know. I didn't watch, but here's your money. God, I hate it sometimes, man. Like, I love this business, but I also hate it. Like, there's a lot of politics that just go into it where I'm like, dude, can we not? Can we just be people?
You remember in Crashing, the agent guy who was eating the chicken wings the whole time?
Oh, dude, yeah.
That's wrestling promoters, like all the time. Like wrestling and comedy are so similar. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God. I didn't realize how close it would be, dude. I really didn't. And then like when I started talking to people, I'm like, holy shit, this is just as clicky. Like,
yeah. Like, dude, in the it's weird because it's like there is such politics involved with. Well, it's such a different level of politics in comedy than there are in wrestling, because like the way you perform is a way different thing. So what I'll go out there and do is I'll put my body on the line and I'll tell a great artistic story with my storytelling and my body and the physicality of it. But like when I go out there and I do a joke that somehow doesn't make everybody happy that I told a joke that might hurt their feelings, they'll politic, they'll whisper. I'm like, well, like the people who are politicking about, like who are uncomfortable with a joke I might have said, may have said something way worse in their act or in their set, but they're just trying to deflect.
Yeah. So what I noticed, man, is like with comedy, you're not going to get everybody. You're not. It's just a thing. For someone to get mad at you for making a joke and then holding it to you as like truth is stupid, because they also know you're trying to make a joke. Why are you throwing me under the bus? I can't really piss anybody off with a fucking punch, dude. I can't. But apparently I can piss you off with a set of words, which is insane to me.
Well, the consequences to bombing, I say this all the time, and I've said it on this podcast 243 other times. The consequences to bombing are so much different in comedy than they are in wrestling. Like, no one's hitting me harder because I didn't hit a punchline good. No one's if I lost my spot, I'm not getting abused for it.
Oh, exactly.
The instant feedback is very much the same. So the validation of the crowd response, the gratification, that instant pop is so similar in both things, except for in comedy, I don't have to take my clothes off. And no one has to punch me.
If you want to Burt Kreischer it, I guess.
Yeah, right, exactly. But I don't wanna.
Yeah, exactly, man. Dude, shout out to him, man. I could never get fucking naked like that. Like, what I've noticed though, like between the two, is a lot of people have two faces. There's like the face that everybody sees, like fans, like the face that everybody gets to see, and then there's the face I get to see where I'm like, this dude's a giant nerd, and you guys don't know it. But
because people kayfabe who they really are.
Oh yeah, that
in both things. But in comedy, your comic voice that you find is as similar to who you actually are, and in wrestling, you can't find that.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy is my gimmick and me are the same person. It's literally just a guy who likes to have fun. That's all it is. And like, it's hard to work it when you're heel, because it's like, how do you hate the guy who likes to live? Like, how do you hate that guy? But it's just me, dude. It's literally everything is me. And so I don't know. I bet someone else does it, but like, I just don't sugarcoat shit with people. I'm just like, dude, this is me. This is who you get. Like, there's a guy, I'm not going to say his name, but like, he's married.
It's Tony Watson. It's Tony Watson.
Yeah, it's Tony Watson.
You can fully shit on him on the pod. He totally shit on you when he was on his episode. So
that's fine.
Go ahead.
That's how our friendship works. I love him unconditionally, and he makes fun of me.
That's the dynamic. Don't you know? You sound like a battered wife.
Yeah, dude, it's how it works.
It's all my fault. He's got a really stressful job.
You're right, dude. I did walk into that door 5 times. You're right.
I just fell down some stairs.
He just gets that way. But nah, like he's married and everything. But when he kayfabes, dude, he kayfabes to the point to where like he's cheating on his wife. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like anybody can rat you out about this, and you're
rat you out.
Yeah, dude. Shit, dude. It's one of the reasons why I walked away, dude. But like, I put all the blame on me. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, that has to be the philosophy in everything.
Yeah.
Like accountability has to land. I've said this also 243 other times.
Accountability.
I have this game show wheel. Like, just imagine like the Wheel of Fortune. I have this game show wheel in my head that when you it's called the Wheel of Accountability. You spin that wheel and it lands on a bunch of things that you could blame for what your problems are.
Oh yeah.
And you know, like in the bankrupt, the little black lines that say bankrupt. Those little ones are the only ones that are your name. They're the smallest slots in the game. But you got to keep spinning that accountability wheel till it lands on you.
Yeah, like and you can feel like you're winning the whole time, dude. And it's like, they're the reason why I'm not here, or they're the reason. Nah, dude, it's you're being a bitch. Like that's just what it boils down to. You're just being a bitch. Like I literally, while I was at that show, dude, I'll be honest, I slightly cried a little bit because I was like, I walked, you know what I mean? I walked.
Me too. Me too. I've done that. I did that too, man. I did that exact thing.
You just forget what you missed. You're like, dude, maybe I needed to step away to realize like this is what I love doing. I mean, I'm not going back into wrestling full swing to like go make money again, but I mean, like I want to do it enough to where I'm like, hell yeah, dude, this is what I like doing.
You want to develop a body of work that you can be proud of.
Yeah, exactly. Like in the beginning, dude, like I look at it and I'm like, you took shortcuts. But then like I went to Cody Hawk, dude, and Cody kicked the shit out of me until I was like, all right, now I'm good. Like it took a lot of realizing. It's like, dude, you gotta be an adult and accept the fact that you suck. You have no one to blame but yourself. And are you going to get back on the horse, dude? And that's all it was. It's like, I need to get back on the horse. Like I need at least once.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I feel like what's left for me in wrestling, like there's tons left for me. There's tons left for me. And like, I did do the quit thing for a while and I was like, oh, I'm going to finish out my bookings and then I'm going to be done. And I was like, oh, this time I'll leave wrestling on my own terms, on my own control, my own terms. Yeah. Cause I had to leave 10 years ago for surgery. But, and I'm like, this time it's under my terms. And then I didn't ever go anywhere.
It's like that Rocky quote, dude. Once you're there you're there for a long enough time, you become that place, dude. It's just what it is. Like you're doing something for long enough, it's all you know. It's like why would I walk away from the one thing I know I'm good at?
Yeah, I mean that's the way I always say it. Like I was interviewed a couple of years ago on set of this movie, and they were like, what do you know? What's the difference between wrestling, and movie, acting, and comedy? And I was like, well, the thing is, I think I'm a good actor. I think I'm a good comic, but I know I'm a good wrestler.
Yeah.
I know this is in my marrow that I know this. And it's not conceit. It's not arrogance. It's that the best experience or the best teacher is experience. You get the most knowledge out of how frequently you've done something. And I've spent the majority of my life doing this. Yeah. Not to say a majority of that life doing this was always good. Very bad for very long. But it took that being bad to get good. Like, what is, I think, what was I just listening to? There's something I was just listening to a podcast, and they were talking about like the Matrix. In the Matrix, they talked about how like humans, like some humans in the pods, their minds were rejecting it. We're rejecting the computer program of the Matrix because like there's no light without darkness. Like so,
you're right.
So there was a lot of casualties in the beginning of starting out the Matrix.
Yeah. Man, we're going down a Matrix rabbit hole. Here we go.
But yeah, man. I mean, it's like I say this a lot too. So forgive me if you've heard me say it, listeners. Show me somebody who hasn't had struggles in life, and I'll show you somebody who doesn't know a fucking thing.
Oh, exactly, dude. Exactly. Like, my biggest thing, that the reason why, like, the big reason I walked away was because I was really big into drugs, like, at the time. Not anymore. I didn't do drugs. I'll say this right now. I never did drugs before a match. I only did them afterwards because we're going in to be safe. I'm not there to hurt you. I'm there to make sure you're okay. So I was always sober during those times. Like, but afterwards, dude, it was Coke City. Like, it's just all it was. And so, like, the thing with Coke is like, you're high and it's great. But when you hit those lows, dude, they hit hard. Like, they hit super hard. And so one day I went to go, I went to go to a show, dude, and I wasn't on it. I just went to go watch. And I saw one of my friends' matches, thought it was great. And then I walked in onto a weak power bomb and I was like, ugh, that's weak. And that just escalated a whole thing between me and some dude. And then, like,
okay, wait. Back up. What do you mean by walking in on a weak power bomb? Like, you were just watching the show. You were just watching the show. And
I was just watching it as like a common fan, but like I used to get booked on the show all the time. So like I just went to go watch. You know what I'm saying? Like just to keep up, see what's going on. And so I walked in, and you know the whole gimmick where you power bomb on someone on the side, right? Like where you power bomb on the side of the ring, and it like the whole Michael Elgin thing. He used to do it all the fucking time. And
never heard of him. And I've never honestly, I've never watched one of his matches.
Really?
I've wrestled him before, and we didn't do that spot, so I never ever.
Damn.
Saw that. But, so it's like an apron bump.
Yeah, just an apron bump, dude. Like you're on the side. Yeah. Well, the dude was 5'8" power bombing another dude who was 5'6" maybe to an apron that sat up about 5.5 feet almost. And it looked weak. It just looked like he put him up there. You know what I mean? Like he's like, there you go. You're on the apron.
Oh, so you're talking about like the Kevin Owens thing, not like
yeah.
Okay,
Elgin did. My bad. I went like way more obscure. I should have went Owens, dude.
I was thinking you were talking about like they were standing on the apron together.
Oh, no.
I was like, that can't be weak. That's got to be gross. But yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. Like the thing, like Kevin Owens used to do in NXT. He did it to like Sami Zayn
all the time.
Finn Balor. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But, all the time.
But it was a weak ass one.
It looked like he just put him up there, dude. That's what it looked like. He just like, all right, I got you in the power bomb. Here you go. And I was like,
take a load off.
Yeah. And that's all I caught of that match. You know what I mean? I was like, that looked bad. I walked to the back, and another guy, he's a part of a band, but he also wrestled, hates me, and told him in front of like a pro wrestling tease dude that I was just sitting in the back trashing everybody. So there was a forum on Facebook. I didn't get to see it until afterwards. And I'm just seeing everybody who I was friends with shitting on me. Like, just telling me I'm terrible. I need to go. I could go fuck off and die. Like shit like that, dude. And like, and you just see it. And I'm also coming off a coke high, dude. And I'm just like, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I am this piece of shit. You know what I'm saying?
So what if, okay. I've never done coke. I don't know. I don't know much about it, but I know that there's some coke all over the entertainment business.
Everywhere, man.
In comedy, I know a few people who get up into that. Now, how do you don't mess with it in comedy?
Not anymore, man. I got away from it. There's a moment. Everybody has a moment, man. I think so. Anyway, it all ties into this story. Is like I was sitting in my room, dude. I'm at my lowest. I'm about to be homeless. And I was just like, fuck it. I'm just going to kill myself. Right. I got super drunk, really high on coke, and my gun misfired, dude. And then like I woke up the next day and I was just like, holy shit. Like I just did that. And I was like, oh, I need to go back to Tiffin. So like moved back in with my mom, dude. And for like two years, I just blamed everybody else, but like not me having the strength to walk away from drugs sooner. Not me just sitting there and being like, fuck you guys. I didn't say it. You know what I mean? Like if you have proof, prove it. If not, like I let too many people get in my head to make me think I wasn't good enough or something. You know what I mean? And then like, I realized like, dude, it's all in your head. Like everything's all in your head. Like go do this one match, see how it feels. And then I was like, dude, you're being such a pussy about it. Like you should have just did it in the first place. You know what I mean? Like all the strength that I needed, man, like should have had it. Should have had it then, but 2 years down the drain. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting at home, blaming everything but myself. It's crazy.
So do you think that the gun misfiring, and I don't mean to get too woo-woo hippie spiritual about it.
No, you're good. You're good.
There was some kind of divine intervention in that?
Yeah, okay, so I used to not believe in God. Like I used to not to, and then like I kind of started thinking about it. I was like, man, there's so many moments where like there's so many moments you should be dead, but you're not. Like something's keeping you here. I'm not like I didn't go like, yeah, I'm born again. But I do think that I have a reason to be here, man. I really do. Like there's got to be something keeping me here, or strange things like that wouldn't happen. Because like a revolver doesn't misfire, dude. It really doesn't. Like it's like a point and click, and it's over.
So, have you been a shooter? Like, did you have your own firearm? Did you go shooting and stuff like that?
I bought a gun because I got mugged the year before.
Okay, so you bought a gun legally.
Legally, yes. I didn't go out and yeah, I can legally own one.
Okay.
Before that gets weird, no felonies, doing great. No felonies or anything like that, man. I bought one because I got mugged, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get mugged again. And then the gun just kind of sat.
Well, did you get a license to carry and all that stuff? Because I mean, like, if you got mugged, then you would have to carry it, right?
Ohio is an open carry state. Brother.
Okay, so you don't need a. I didn't know that.
It's open carry.
Okay.
You know, you're good. You're good. Yeah, Ohio is like the Midwest, like Texas, dude. If you ever look at Ohio in its news, you're like, what the fuck is Ohio doing? If you look at the states surrounding the Midwest and then look at Ohio doesn't fit in.
I don't think I've told you. Maybe I said it when I was on your podcast, but I was like, I'd only been to Ohio like a handful of times.
Yeah.
I wrestled there a couple times, but other than that, I don't haven't spent a whole ton of time in Ohio.
I was gonna say, like, you're from Pennsylvania, right?
Yes.
I've only been to your state twice.
Yeah, so we're pretty even, flip flop even on each other, being to each other's states.
And then the first time I ever went to New York, I was driving Gargano to a match at Empire State Wrestling, ESW, over there. And then, like, the whole time I was like, man, Gargano really likes the Power Rangers, dude. But like, I know nothing of New York or Pennsylvania, like absolutely nothing.
Where's the Power Rangers come in?
Oh, dude.
What is that?
Okay, so there was a rumor going around about Johnny, like he's like a big nerd, and I didn't believe it until I got in the car with him, and we're talking about bubblegum and like what's considered bubblegum. Like I was like, this is
if it's like pink and blows bubbles, right?
No, that's not what the argument was.
But like spearminty and like minty stuff isn't bubble gum. That's just gum.
Okay, so my buddy Dave, who is also in the car, was like, I don't count it gum unless it's mint. And then Johnny was like, name 5 mints. I can name 50 fruits. And he just starts naming fruit. Dude, it was the funniest shit in the world.
Well, they have like bubblegum flavor stuff.
Yeah, they got bubblegum flavored everything.
Yeah. They don't have like they have what, toothpaste flavored gum? Like,
oh God. Only 9 out of 10 doctors recommend it.
But mostly that's the only kind of gum I choose, like brought to you by my new sponsor, extra polar ice gum. This episode brought to you by extra polar ice gum.
Dude, you know what?
Don't do extra polar ice.
You know what trick I used to hate in pro wrestling, but then it just grew on me? Was the chew a piece of gum when you get punched, spit it out, dude.
Oh boy.
I've seen it.
It's like, and the commentators will be like, "Whoa, is that a tooth?
Is that a tooth?" Every single time.
That's the hackiest shit.
There's a wrestler out of your state that I absolutely love, but I cannot. John McChesney.
Oh yeah, I he's more Pittsburgh area.
Yeah.
I have had very limited interactions with him, but I know the Trent Acid Cup. They're not Trent Acid Cup. It was just the Acid Fest. So those shows, the Trent Acid Memorial shows, which
I caught a couple, and they always look good.
So the second one, Acid Fest 2, I was on that show and I wrestled the guy who drove up with Johnny, and it was Shane Taylor, the guy.
I love Shane Taylor, dude.
Yeah,
Cleveland guy.
Yeah, it was cool as hell, man. I had a good time. That was like my last match before I had to leave wrestling for a while.
Oh shit!
so I took about 13 months off after that match was over, but
damn, dude.
I think from that point, because that was in July of 2011.
Yeah,
and I had my big ugly almost die seizure moment in August.
Christ.
So I came back in September the following year.
I was gonna say, came back strong.
Yeah, they rebuilt me. I got a metal plate up here now.
Damn, dude.
Bam.
Shit. There's another guy. Oh, actually, there's 2 more dudes that you probably know. Sean Phoenix, I think, is another guy I know that's over there. He went viral for a minute, but that's because he cracked his skull open off of 450, I think.
Okay, yeah, I don't know that guy.
Yeah. He did a 450 to the outside, smacked his face, and he broke his skull. And then Andrew Palace, I think, is the other guy. I
don't know that guy.
Yeah, they're the only other couple guys I know.
Well, they're probably Pittsburgh dudes.
Yeah, probably.
I'm more Philly. I'm more of the Philly side.
Oh,
so like
probably some distance between these two cities.
Yeah. Pittsburgh's like 3 hours away, but it might as well be like in another country. I don't.
No shit.
Pittsburgh people have like weird. Did you ever see the Kroll show?
Yeah, I saw the Kroll show, dude.
Pennsylvania.
That's the only thing I don't think I saw on that show.
Oh, it was like pawn shops. One was in Philly and one was in Pittsburgh. And like,
shit.
They're like, yeah, we got an autographed picture here, Mike Schmidt. And like, they do like the Philly accent, and then they call the dude in Pittsburgh. They're like cousins, and they own pawn shops, and they're like, "Hey, I'll trade you this." They trading each other sports memorabilia with their regional accents because Pittsburgh. I can't impersonate it. I wish I could, but I only remember. I went to a college party. It was like a frat party. I went. I wasn't in college, but I was at my friend Isaac's school. Yeah. There was a frat party, and he was like, the one guy was like from Pittsburgh, and he was looking out for the other guy to make sure the other guy didn't cheat on his girlfriend that night.
Oh, just to make sure. I am your cock block, dude.
Yeah, he's like, I'm your. He said, I can't even say it. I can't. He said, I'm your designated cook bloke. Like, I was like, wait, how do they speak it? Cook blokes? I don't get. He's like, don't even sweat. I'm your designated cook bloke.
I'd have been like, what are you from, Wisconsin? What are you talking about?
Yeah, sorry, honey, he can't talk to you. I'm his designated cook bloke.
Bro, like you hear my how I sound, dude. Mm-hmm. The way I sound is like how only one part of Ohio sounds.
Okay.
If you go south of Ohio, like southern Ohio, you run into, I don't know, country cooking voice, dude. Like, dude. And then like when you go towards more like your guys' area part of Ohio, that's where I start to run into the Pittsburgh accent, dude. Mm-hmm. But even then, it's like a little rare.
Every time you're saying dude, it keeps making me think of remember the My Band song?
My band. My dude.
No, it was D12. And
yeah,
it was like
D12.
Eminem was like, I don't know, dude. It's like everybody's all jealous of me and stuff, dude. Oh, because I'm the lead singer of the band.
Oh man, I hate sounding like this so much, man. Do you know how like I sound like a skateboarder, so you're never gonna take anything I say seriously.
Well, unless you're gonna talk to me about alleys and such. I don't
like, hey bro, look out, there's a shark. Whatever, bro. No, dude, seriously, there's a shark. Have
you played the reboot of Tony Hawk Pro Skater? The 1 and 2
every single day.
Yeah.
I put the theme song, like the track on repeat, dude. That is all I listen to. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Here I am doing everything
I can. Goldfinger? What do you know about Goldfinger, bro?
I saw them at like a festival. I think maybe it was like Warped Tour or like some radio stations festival in Camden, New Jersey.
Gathering of the Jugs.
It was probably like 2001 or something like that. And
so Gathering of the Jugs.
They did a song. Was it? Did they do? They covered something. And they had a song that were
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
99 Red Balloons. They covered that, and they did a song that was like, it was like, "Fuck you, Ted Nugent," and they like,
"Fuck you, Ted Nugent."
They went on this rant for what seemed like it was 95 minutes, and they were just shitting on Ted Nugent. Like, man, like nobody knows who Ted Nugent is here.
So here I am shitting on Ted Nugent. Okay, look, I am not a fan of Ted Nugent by far.
I'm not gonna waste my platform.
Just shitting on Ted Nugent. Dude, I remember my dad, the last time I saw my dad, he showed me photos. He's like, you know where I'm at, son? I was like, where? He's like, I'm rocking out to Ted Nugent. And I was like, that's the most dad thing you've ever told me.
I'm actually calling you from Ted Nugent's house. How cool is this?
You're a 56-year-old black man. I don't think you're his demographic. I don't think Ted Nugent scores well in the ghettos, dude.
Dude, I went to a country station rock concert with my mom.
Oh, that had to have been fun.
Dude, you know, I don't hate it. I don't hate country music at all.
It's select few songs I like.
So it was super important, actually. Like, as far as my mom, she loves this one artist, and it was so cool getting to see my mom react to like it was like her favorite artist. So all the I knew all the words, and I watched her know all the words. It was like I get chills sometimes when I think about it. It was such a cool moment. It was
how you feel is how I felt when I took my mom to watch Hall & Oates. My mom lost it. I watched her schoolgirl out, so I get it, dude.
But anyway, there was a black dude in like a Confederate flag sleeveless Confederate flag shirt, like coming up the ramp, and another black dude was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" It was like I felt like I was in a sitcom or something. I felt like I was right in the middle of it, and I was like, "Oh!" It felt like a Curb Your Enthusiasm moment or something. I just heard the theme song "Curb" happen in the time.
Dude, it sounds like a Seinfeld skit ready to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Stairs.
He's coming up the ramp, and I'm like, "What is the deal with the Confederate flag?" And then the other guy was like, "Whoa!"
What is the deal? Come on, right? Off of slavery. What the hell?
But like, who would have thought? Who would have thought that Darius Rucker would be such a humongous country star? Like, who would have thought that they would embrace Darius Rucker?
Look,
so hard in the country music listening community.
I'm just going to point this out. Listen to Cracked Rearview Mirror album and tell me that's not a country album.
What is that, the Hootie and the Blowfish album?
Hootie and the Blowfish album, dude. Like, when you listen to it, you're like, this is just a little bit more rock country.
It's just like, it's a little upper tempo. It's like they just put the tempo up a little bit. But you can for sure hear the beginnings of like Wagon Wheel when you hear like, "I'm such a baby because the dolphins make me cry,
and I'm racking a wagon wheel, rocking the wagon wheel." Trust me, dude. I love Hootie.
Yeah,
I hate Darius Rucker.
Did you see the Key and Peele sketch they did?
Hootie! All right, fine, it's Hootie.
It's like, I'm not Hootie.
I'm not Hootie.
He seems like such a really nice guy, actually.
Dude,
like,
he's probably the coolest dude on earth, but God, I hate every album he's put out as Darius Rucker.
I've only heard a few songs, but
listen, I frequent the karaoke.
Oh yeah, well, I'm sure.
I'm telling you right now, all of the white ladies who sing "Rock Me Like a Wagon Wheel" can go eat a dick, dude. I get so tired of hearing it.
It seems like karaoke night would be filled with white ladies singing all kinds of.
I hear WAP every weekend, at least twice. And I'm just like, fucking kill me, dude.
I heard the reading of those lyrics today by a middle-aged white guy. And I was like, I'm so uncomfortable. I mean, I was like, my whole like.
Was it? Can I guess who read it to you? Was it Ben Shapiro?
No.
Have you heard that version?
No, it was Brian Last on Cornette's podcast, and he was singing it, or he was reading the lyrics, and I was like,
I don't cook. I don't clean. But I got this wet ass pussy. It's just as bad as Gilbert Godfrey reading 50 Shades of Grey. I put my penis. Dude, I think College Humor did it. They had Gilbert Godfrey read it. It was like all a joke. They were like, we're going to release an audiobook of him reading it. And I was like, to be honest, I would buy the audio just to hear him read it.
My best friend, the co-host of my other podcast, my wrestling podcast called Wrestle Rock, his name's Rick. Rick and I went and saw Gilbert Godfrey when he played in Philly at the Helium Comedy Club. And what I didn't know was, because since we were laughing so hard, there was punchlines we missed because Gilbert is so funny.
He's so good.
Ridiculously funny. So Rick took a voice memo of the whole show on his phone. he just hit the record on the voice memo, and we cracked up the whole time, and then he like played it on the car ride home, and we caught so many jokes that we missed. We were laughing right through.
Dude, I think it's on YouTube. I think he's at the Gathering of the Juggalos, dude. Mm-hmm. And that was probably the greatest thing I ever just sat and watched. It just people in clown makeup cheering on Gilbert Godfrey, dude. It's like, yeah. That has to be his career.
Dude, he's a national treasure.
Oh, he is, dude. Dude, his cameos are the best thing in the fucking world.
Well, he actually did one for me.
He did. Rules.
Well, Rick had it. Well, we did like I want to say it was our 4 years of the show, or maybe 4 or 5 years of Wrestle Rock. He had Gilbert come on, and Rick got the cameo from him, and he was like, all right, I just want to congratulate Mark and Rick for 4 or 5 years of the podcast. And I want to say to Corey, get a fucking haircut. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than an unfunny comic, than a unfunny, unwashed, dirty, hippie, long-haired, unfunny like he just like shit on me. I was like, oh dude, man, I gotta.
Dude, when Netflix did history roasting and he came out as Hitler, I was like, holy shit!
Who else could do that? And like,
I was like, holy shit, they did that with him. They literally got him to dress up as Hitler to roast Anne Frank.
Did you see the Jojo Rabbit movie?
Oh no, I haven't, but I heard some things about it. Like I've heard mixed things.
It was all right.
Yeah, God, dude, now I got so much movies to catch up on now, dude.
well, I don't want to keep adding to your list, so I'll just
No, you're good. I'm purposely making a list. I kind of want to start doing like movie reviews because I think I'm pretty critical about movies, dude.
Well, just put Dirty Work at the top of that list.
Dirty Work number 1. Got you.
There's one scene. Adam Sandler is like only like one split, like small cameo in it. It's like they're desperate for money, and they're like between work, and they go like this like trial thing where they're like trying out these brownies, and they're like oh, look out for the side effects, and he's like, it might be itchy. I don't know. I mean, what are the side effects again? And he like turns to Artie Lang or something. And Artie Lang is full, like broke out in rashes, and he's like hallucinating. And it's like Adam Sandler as the devil, and there's like a pig on a spit roast. Yeah. And then Adam Sandler goes, first we eat the pig, and then together we burn. It might have been Norm who was reacting or something, and then I think Artie was the one who just had a little scratch. I don't know. I might have had a little scratch.
God, dude. so many treasures are in that movie.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that you haven't seen it.
Nah, man, dude. Okay, so I've seen so many movies. Like, I might have just seen it as a kid and not realized it. Because, like, dude, I went and saw Superbad in theaters with my mom. Like, there's not, like, I watched Spaceballs at the age of 5. Mm-hmm. And then when I went to school, everybody was talking about Star Wars. And I'm like, dude, Spaceballs. You guys have to see Spaceballs. You have no idea.
How old are you, Joey?
I'm 29, dude.
Okay, you're still a young buck.
Dude. Yes, I am.
Under 30 over here, talking about Spaceballs.
Dude, we were just talking about Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah.
Other people are gonna be like, "Who's Hootie?"
What does that even mean,
bro? Like the bar has recently became a place where I now feel too old. Like when you're running into someone who's 22 and they're talking to you about, like, I don't know, like. Everybody knows don't talk politics at the bar. It's just how it is. Well, when you realize the person you're talking to goes, yeah, I wasn't alive for 9/11, and you're like, oh. Yeah.
Dude.
You were what?
Going back to country music here for a second. I was at the bar, and like on the jukebox, there was country music playing, and I looked around, and all the kids in the place, every one of them were singing along to this song that was like Toby Keith, and it was a Very America. And, he was like, and Uncle Sam wrote the name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking a fist.
Oh, God damn it. That was going to bug me if I don't get the name of this stupid fucking song. And the thing was #1 for a long time.
Put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. And
Lady Liberty started shaking her fist, dude.
So all these kids, these are kids in their 20s, all singing these lyrics, like going nuts and like getting in each other's face and like screaming them at each other. And like me and my friend were sitting there, and she was laughing. She was like, "This is the silliest, stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life." And the lady that was right next to me turns, bow, like quick muscle fibers, bow, like to turn around. And she was like mad as shit. And she was like, "He wrote it after 9/11.
Yeah, so did the guy who did where were you when the world stopped turning, dude?
That was Alan Jackson, man. And then,
but you wrote that like right afterwards, right? Like,
and then my friend, without missing the beat, she turned to me and she was like, "You know what else they wrote after 9/11? Gangnam Style." Hoopa, Gundam Style.
Yeah.
He wrote that after 9/11.
He wrote that after 9/11. I bet he did. I bet he did.
But
it'd be weird if he wrote it pre 9/11.
Right. Yeah. Like, was the world in a simpler time back then?
Yeah, I thought we could put a boot in your ass.
It would be concerning if he wrote it before that.
Yeah, goddamn it! Now I gotta look up what this song name is. It's only gonna take me a second, but we can still talk about Toby Keith.
Oh man, it's ridiculous how much I know of that song. Like I think I know every lyric to that song. And
dude, so here in Ohio, I'm pretty sure you guys don't get it over there, but it's called 92.5 Kiss FM over here. Mm-hmm. I heard that song like a million fucking times throughout like 2001 off of that station.
Dude, 92.5 is the country station here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, over here, it's not the country station. It's the pop station.
No, it's a country station here, 92.5 WXP. I don't know, WXTU or something like that.
Okay. Before I tell you what this song is, there's Toby Keith has a top 5 that I would not have guessed that was a top 5.
I'm trying to think of what other Toby Keith songs are.
I'm letting you know that song that we were talking about is in the top 5.
Okay, so I Love This Bar song is probably up there in the top 5.
It's not.
I don't know any other Toby Keith songs.
Should Have Been a Cowboy.
Oh, and what's that? Well, look at me now or whatever. He's like, how do you like me now? Is that on there?
No, As Good as I Once Was.
Oh, yeah, that's one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The song we were talking about is called Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
Bye, you courtesy of the red, white, and the blue. How come when I sing Toby Keith, I make it sound like I'm singing Creed?
Because Toby Keith is Creed of country, dude.
Country music's Creed.
When I just heard the news today, America is coming today.
You just made today rhyme with itself.
I know, dude. That's fine.
Isn't it?
It's all music is, making it rhyme with itself. Beer for My Horses, and then the last one is like it's so stupid. Red Solo Cup.
Oh man, I forgot about that existence.
Yeah, so did I.
Oh, shoot.
Now Red Solo Cup is cheap and disposable.
With Red Solo Cup wide open.
Filled with Coors Light.
It's the silver bullet. I'll drink it every day.
America rules. Courtesy of the red, white, and blue. God, I hate Toby Keith so much.
Did you see
He's such a memeable guy.
Yeah.
What?
Did you see the South Park where they spoofed the Alan Jackson? The Alan Jackson, where were you when they built the stairway?
Where were you when they stopped building that ladder to heaven? 9/11, 9/11. And I was like, dude, that was basically the song. My ex-girlfriend, dude, when that episode came out, like we were just hanging out. No. When I first showed her that episode, it didn't just come out because I would have been so young. But I showed her that episode. She's like, that's not how the song goes at all.
she was looking for very accurate spoofs.
Yeah, I was like, well, yeah, because they legally can't do that.
They wrote this episode after 9/11.
Let me show you their joke country song that they wrote. Did you ever listen to DVDA, dude?
Yeah, their
band, yeah.
Which man is it? The one in his arm.
Now you're a man. Dude, for years I was trying to convince promoters to let me use that song on PG shows. I was like, come on, just let me do it, dude. Like one time.
Randomly stuck in my head pretty often was, I never seen a man eat so many chicken wings. I
Brian
never
Botano? No, Brian, don't eat those. They're so spicy.
Dude, I used to watch that South Park movie like
religiously for me.
A lot. Like I was I like turned it on when it first came streaming on Netflix. I remember it was on my Xbox 360 when like Netflix streaming, I guess, was brand new, and I turned it on, and it had been 10 years since I had seen it or more.
Homie, I still have the VHS tape. I still have the VHS tape Nugent came out on.
Yeah, I had it on VHS. I had tons of VHSs, but I don't even have that on DVD anymore. I don't think.
Oh, dude,
but
it was definitely the greatest movie in the 90s.
but it was so ridiculous how like I was like sometimes I would turn like I still do where I'll turn something on Netflix and I'll try to just go to sleep with it on in the background.
Yeah,
but
I do that a lot.
When I was laying down, all I was doing was singing along to every one of the songs. I knew all of the words, and I was like, "How do I?"
Dude, anytime someone talks about Canada, I'm like, blame Canada.
When
immediately blame Canada.
When somebody asks me how I'm doing, I go, "I'm super. Thanks for asking. Couldn't be better."
Nothing but skis.
Couldn't be better, all things considered, I must say.
Dude. Bro, I used to get way too into the Loch Ness Monster episode.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I used to quote his dad word for word. Like, I used to be able to do the voice, but not anymore because I got older. Oh, aren't you crackers cute as the dickens? Hey, ever tell you boys about the time I saw the Loch Ness Monster? Oh, it was about 7 or 8 years ago. Me and the little lady over here were out on Lake Loch Ness. Dude, I love that episode so much.
About 350. And I think the mom was like, 350.
I gave him $1.50 about a week ago. Well, damn it, woman. That's why I keep coming back. You think you got more? He was going to slap the shit out of you. Shut up, woman. I could have took that monster.
So growing up for you.
Oh, dude, it was South Park all day.
South Park and pro wrestling.
Oh, yeah,
those same similarities for me. But I think honestly, before I did not like South Park in the 90s as much. I think
really,
I
that
did
was
not
the golden age.
I did not like when Carbon had the I'm going home. Like,
the overdone bit that they did in every episode. Yeah.
I did not like that version of South Park that had that Cartman voice.
Yeah.
I got Kenny. Yeah, got Kenny.
Like all the time. Yeah.
All of it. I never liked it. But then it felt like it slowed up and it got smarter. It's kind of like you learn how to work.
Yeah. You're like
South Park learned how to sell right.
How to not just not rely on Kenny dying in every episode.
They don't have to get their shit in every time.
Yeah, dude, we get it. Kenny dies. What's next?
Right. So I think that's when I started liking South Park. When I started having appreciation for South Park was when their stuff got smarter.
Yeah, dude. The one episode they did where you thought Kenny was going to die the whole episode and he doesn't, but like there's a bunch of situations where he would. I think that's where they started to stop killing Kenny. Mm-hmm. They were like, all right, this is a little overdone.
They were teasing the table spot. They set the table up. And they kept like, "Whoa, is this going to be a back body drop? Let's get him near the apron. Oh, the back body drop coming? No.
Oh no. It turns out it's just a suplex to the outside.
Right. So they were teasing the table spot, aka Kenny dying. I'm gonna call table spots Kenny's now.
All right, you hit me with the Kenny.
So I'll set the Kenny up in the table.
All right, Kenny up in the table.
I'll set it up in the corner. I meant, shit, I blew it already.
When did Omega get here?
Do you like Botchamania? Uh-oh, you went away. I think the second I asked about Botchamania, the whole podcast botched. All right.
Oh, dude. Tell you he was on Botchamania?
I don't hear a thing you just said. Uh-oh. The second I asked you about Botchamania, your shit went dead. I was like,
did I lose the stream? Lose
for like a second, but it's back now. All right, maybe take a minute. I'll take this moment to read from Art Bell's book, Constant Comedy, while Joey comes back. Unlikely, Gallon said. Usually when you're looking for the black and white answers from the kind of research, you get gray. Or worse, mud. Sorry. Hi, how's it going?
Hey. Dude, okay. Back to Botchamania. Did Tony tell you he was on it?
I think he did. He did.
He's on it twice.
Yeah, he said he was on once as a fan and one as a wrestler, right?
Yeah, the fan one's hilarious because he's just like in the background, like you can clearly see him, and then part of my buddy Joe, and then my knee.
It's so jumpy. Joey, I would like to take this opportunity right now to say how grateful I am for the opportunity to be paid the currency of your effort and your attention. I think you've been a stellar, fun, silly goose guest, and I appreciate that. We didn't have to follow any kind of formula. We just kind of talked about a whole bunch of goofy goof stuff and had a good time, man. I had a really great time. I hope that you consider me for a resource in any way. On the record, I just want to say how neat it's been to hang with you. And I'm grateful that we're friends. And now you've gone away, but hopefully you'll be right back. And in this moment, I would also like to say, if you are now joining me for an episode of Evolving with Corey Castle and you've stumbled across this podcast and this is the first time you've listened, go back and check the archives. Make sure you hit subscribe. And welcome back, Joey.
Dude, I don't know what's going on with my computer. It's just being lame.
Well, we got to get you one of them wired connections, my friend.
Yep, I do. I really do. You're not wrong. Let me tell you, buddy. But yeah, the
relying on Wi-Fi. Rely-Fi. Ain't gonna work for you right now. Have to say one more time. Make sure you check out Evolving with Corey Castle on all the platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, wherever you enjoy and subscribe to quality podcasts. You can join my podcast every Monday at noon Eastern. You can check out Evolving with Corey Castle, new episodes, or you can catch every episode I've got so far. Is all going to be right there on my YouTube channel. If you go to youtube.com/Corey Castle, I love and appreciate the feedback that I get from you guys. So if you want to leave comments down below in the video, absolutely do that. Absolutely reach out to me. I'm not a hard person to get a hold of. I'm at Corey Castle on all the platforms: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and let me know. Judgment-free conversation. If you need a friend, absolutely don't feel like you're alone in this world. I mean, I wouldn't want you to feel that way. I wouldn't want to feel that way either. So I got this platform here. We can chat on here. We can chat face to face on FaceTime, on StreamYard. Hey, what's up, man?
I'm back again, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was saying, and I don't know if you were hearing me.
I missed parts of it. A good amount of it.
Okay.
I won't lie to you.
No, I I would be surprised if you caught any of it because of how frozen you were. You were like Han Solo.
But I love that reference. Go on.
But I'm trying to say how important it is to me that you've spent the currency of your effort and your attention here on me and with me. And on the record, I would like to say how welcome you are, not only to join me again at some point, but I want you to be able to know that like I'm your friend. So you can I can be a resource to you. Any questions you might have or anything you want like help with or whatever. If you ever feel like you're alone and you don't have to feel alone in this world. So if you're feeling like a depressed sack of poop, reach out to me. I'm always here.
Oh, dude, I appreciate that, man. Like, to be really honest, I haven't been sad as much as I used to, man.
Well,
like, I've been kind of doing like it's going to sound stupid, like self-helping myself. You know what I mean? Like not reading books, but like just being like, dude, like writing down positive things. Like, you're funny. You've literally killed on shows before. You've done great. Like,
you killed people.
Yeah.
You said literally.
Oh, God damn it. Hold on. You literally killed people on stage. God damn it. Dude, FBI is going to be at my house.
He's the Guar of comedy.
Yeah, I'm the greatest. Dude, Guar rules. Okay, you don't make me start talking about Guar. I love Guar, dude.
My only knowledge of Guar,
Odorous Ungus. R.I.P.
My only knowledge of Guar mostly is from Empire Records.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't have a ton of Guar knowledge or experience with rocking out to them, but it seems like a ton of fun to be into them.
I personally think they're the only band that like they're such a comedy band. They were on Fox News to give reports about the universe, and none of them were true. Like, absolutely none of them. It was so funny, dude. Like, they pour blood on people. It rules. But yeah, man, like, but for real, I just been trying to be more positive, dude. Like, COVID was like the worst thing for a lot of people, but for me, man, it was like a lot of self-reflection of just like, ooh. Yeah, self-reflection, right on through the drum roll, being a cool dude.
Well, honestly, I think it's something I've been saying a lot, and I don't know if I've been saying it on here, but I know I've been saying it a lot, is, we've got to be more careful about how kind we are to ourselves.
Oh, true.
And you sound like you're there. You gotta recognize how much value you have. Mm-hmm. Even when you feel valueless, you gotta remember there's people who are counting on you. There's people who are counting. Like, sometimes just seeing somebody who's even acting like they're happy when they're not helps somebody else be happy. Man. Help somebody else be happy. So if I could be a light in any way, I'm gonna continue to shine.
Exactly, man. Like, I didn't get into wrestling to like do it for me. I did it because I wanted to like show other people, like, if you have a dream, dude, fucking go do it. Like, there's not like.
Oh, I thought you were only doing it for the fame and the fortune.
Oh man, I wanted all the money, and then like. Turns out you have to be good and marketable.
I think it all comes to it comes down to being the right person in the right place at the right time.
Oh, dude, a lot of it's that, man. Like, there's tons of me's out there, dude, but how many of me's are going to stand out? Like, that's the biggest thing. Is like, you want to be different, but I'm going to sound bitter. But I think a lot of gimmicks nowadays are starting to be the fucking same, dude. Yeah. A lot of gimmicks. The lonely wrestler who's got this dark, brooding side, cool. Be different.
I think I'm going to sound like the old angry vet, but I think a lot of wrestlers nowadays just seemed like children who are trying to be doing something that's not meant for them.
Yeah.
And they're trying to force something that isn't for them. Like, go find the thing that's for you. Maybe you think it's wrestling, but maybe it's something else. And I've said this a million times on this podcast. When I was a kid, I wanted to do two things with my life. I wanted to be a pro wrestler, and I wanted to be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
I didn't know I wanted to be a podcaster yet because podcasting didn't exist.
Yeah.
So I found that, and I'm like, whoa, this is exactly who I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to do. But I didn't know that. It was like it was written inside of me after years of doing other stuff that wasn't for me as much.
I can sit and be wacky and talk into a microphone. That's the thing.
Right.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, my podcast isn't big, but like at the same time, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing my YouTube show, man. Like, you got to find what you love doing, man. Like,
well, I have to say, this episode so far has been not a whole lot like any other of my episodes. They're usually a bit deeper and a lot more like give me the life lessons and the evolving and it's. I started getting to where I didn't want to force any of that, and I liked the rapport we were building with the having fun and the goofing around.
Yeah. Oh,
so, like I'd rather.
I didn't mean to get serious earlier.
No. Okay. I mean, be serious all you want, or be goofy all you want.
Oh no, I didn't know if I was like derailing the show.
All of it is as valid as everything else.
Oh yeah.
There's no derailing anything.
Oh yeah, man. Like slowly, dude, like I feel like a lot of people just do what's safe and not what they want to do, man. Like doing the safe thing is okay, but
I think a lot of people think that they're being practical in doing that, and they're being logical in doing that. They're like, oh, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I don't want to fail. They don't believe that they'll actually succeed in something they love, or that they want. They talk themselves out of it by the fear of failure.
Right.
That they stay stuck by an obstacle. The obstacle being whatever excuse, whatever the accountability wheel landed on.
Oh yeah.
That's the obstacle for them.
Yeah. See, that's a good, I guess growing up, dude, I've always had that thought of man, you're not going to be good at a lot. So whatever you do, you're going to have to put your heart into, where it's just going to be bad. So I if I'm doing something, I'm going 100% no matter what. Like with comedy, dude, you can do open mics all you want and just be that guy, or you can try to get better at it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've heard enough people say I treat it like a hobby, and I'm like, well, that's cool, but is it going to be funny as your hobby, or
plenty of people have hobbies that doesn't take talent to have. You got to have talent for this hobby.
Yeah, dude. You're just going to go up there and just talk about your day.
You're collecting the shit out of those stamps, bro. Oh, man.
Yeah.
No one's ever done it that good.
Hot Trump joke I didn't see on a meme 5 days ago. Thanks, dude. I went to an open mic where a guy just read memes, and I was like, "Are you fucking serious? This is your shit."
I was hosting something yesterday, and the guy, it was a showcase. The guy, I don't even want to repeat the joke, but it's some of the hackiest shit.
Oh yeah.
and I turned to the lady who was who booked me for it. I don't think I said it loud enough for her to hear me, but maybe she heard me because she was right next to me. And I did one of these, and I was like, "Oh, that was the hackiest joke ever!"
Fuck, dude!
I was like, "I heard that shit a million times."
Dude, another thing that's getting on my nerves is people will come up to me and tell me a street joke that they clearly didn't write.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you You motherfucker. You did not write this.
Oh, dude. You know, it's funny because, you know, it's a real hack, like ridiculously hack premise. And it's been done a million times. If people would be like, oh, well, when people find out that I do comedy, they tell me to make them laugh. They tell me to tell them a joke.
Yeah, that happened. I've heard it. I heard it on a Comedy Central special.
Right. Like, you realize that people have been doing that to me in wrestling forever.
Oh.
And then now it's both things. So when they find out that I do either of those things, they go, tell me a joke. Or they go, don't body slam me. Don't hit me with the chair.
Yeah, don't hit me with a chair. Don't chop me.
It's like, I know that's such a hacky premise that I would never, ever, ever, ever do that on stage. Because it's like, I'm not going to be able to maximize my minutes by making sure I'm doing, you know what I mean? Like, it's like JR says they maximize their minutes and they're talking about TV time minutes, but on stage, sometimes your minutes you get 3 minutes. Sometimes you get 4 minutes. Sometimes you get 5 minutes. Like, I'm not going to waste all these minutes talking about shit that like might not get over with these people.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because me saying I'm a wrestler, sometimes people, that's not enough. That's not enough for people. Like, they don't know who I am. Like, so it's
my job is to go out there to get you to know who I am.
Like, I want to be a comic. When I'm here doing comedy, I want to be a comedian. I don't want to be a wrestler who's doing comedy. I don't want to be a funny pro wrestler. I want to be a funny comedian. And when I do matches, I don't want to be a funny wrestler. And when I'm doing comedy, I don't want to be a wrestling comic. I don't separate those worlds completely.
Oh yeah. Okay, I don't know if this happened to you yet, but like, say if the host knows that you're a wrestler, they announce to the crowd, he's also a wrestler.
Oh yeah, that's totally.
I'm like, oh, please don't.
I've been brought up the stage to the DX theme song.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I've been brought up on stage to the Sexy Boy song.
Are you ready? Dun, dun.
And it's I'm just a sexy boy. And then the host is doing the
Shawn Michaels wrote that, didn't he?
I have no
every time I hear that, I'm like, I'm pretty sure he sung his own theme song. I'm so positive.
I was dating a girl who was not a wrestling fan at all, and I had that song stuck in my head. But like, I know I'm not a good singer, so I just started I was like, listen to the lyrics of this song and ask me how dumb it is that I know all the lyrics to it. And I was like, I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I got the moves that drives the girls wild. I got the moves that really move them. I send chills up and down their spines. I'm just a sexy boy.
Sexy boy.
It's like absolutely the stupidest song ever.
Dude, have you ever went back and listened to Mr. Ass's theme song?
Oh yeah.
I love to shove him. I was like, dude, what?
The best secrets always come up from behind.
Sneak up from behind.
What the hell is this song?
He's telling you how much he loves ass, dude. He loves ass that much. He wrote a song about it. Two knuckling buttholes, dude. That's all he wants to do. He wants to shove them, love them, kick them, maybe sniff them. I don't remember all the lyrics, but they all boil down to that.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so many dumb theme songs from like Victoria's was stupid. Don't love me like a woman.
No, that was
China.
Like a man. That was China.
That was China? Okay, that was China.
Don't treat me like you know me. Just treat me like who and what I am.
Yeah, dude.
Stop it.
Dude, and then the Dudley Boys had Power Man 3000.
Power Man 5000. PM 5000.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Don't offend me. Don't short them by 2000.
I'm sorry, the poor man Static X is their theme song, dude.
Well, you know the lead singer was Rob Zombie's brother, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
he could have wrote. He literally could have. Listen, he could have literally went and sang for Static X, and I would have never known the difference.
Well, I mean, I didn't know too many Static X things, but I was kind of into the first album for Power Man 5000. Not the first album, but the Tonight the Stars Revolt or whatever.
Yeah,
because they had I worked at a laser tag place, and we had a cassette tape of that played in the arena, like in the arena where the games were played. Like the laser tag games were played. So I know every word to every song, and it like played on repeat in the laser tag arena. Like,
dude, that would have been the most intense game of laser tag, just listening to Power Man.
Well, when I was a kid, like before I got into wrestling, I wanted my theme song to be the Supernova Goes Pop.
Oh,
do you remember that song?
Yeah, I remember that.
Are you the future? Are you the past?
I'm going to be this brooding wrestler when I get there. I'm going to be totally different from the other brooding wrestlers. I'm going to have this dark secret that nobody knows about as I put in headlocks.
You think you know me?
You think you know me? Only I know me. Because I'm the cream of the crop.
Well, remember when Edge used Power Man 5000 as his theme song?
I thought he used Rob Zombie's "Never Gonna Stop."
Oh yeah, Power Man 5000, Rob Zombie, same thing.
No, because I like Rob Zombie.
I don't know the words to that song, but I always know it was always like, "Yeah, my Durango, no,
it was like me to the old chick, boof, did." Okay, now it's in my head. Thanks, dude.
Did they make Dodge Durangos back in 1995? I don't think they did. I think they made those cars in like 97. I think that was the beginning of Dodge Durango.
Shut up, bitch. Get in my Dragula. We're going to go brood. That's all I can think about is when I think of Rob Zombie's Dragula and Never Gonna Stop.
Well, I think of his movies before.
Yeah, he was a director.
I think of House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects.
I put my wife in the movies because she can't act in anything else.
They're not going to book her. She won't get booked.
And I also want you all to see her rocking tits. So I'm going to put them in every movie.
Like, you know, good for him. I mean,
hey, dude, I'm not going to judge him. Dude, if I was 60, I would love to look like a homeless dude 24/7. It'd be cool.
Dude, my roommate yesterday was like, "Yeah, dude, you should get some dreadlocks." He's like, "You should put your hair in dreads." And he's like, "Oh, it would be so cool. It would be badass. You look so cool." I'm like, "Yeah, but like, I'm almost 40. I don't think."
Are you trying to make a statement now, Corey?
It's like, I don't know.
Who am I rebelling against, dude?
I was like, I don't know. I'm too old for that.
I'm too old to look like I own a head shop, dude.
It's bad enough I walk around with this man bun no one respects.
No one's gonna respect you even more with dreads, dude. Right. They'll be like, "Look at him. He's making bad decisions."
I bet you that guy's pillows stink.
Yeah, dude. Like all the cliche things about dude. I had dreads, and I can tell you right now, they're the biggest bitch to ever take care of.
Did all your pillows stink?
No, I actually took care of my hair.
That was an insult I right now made up. I bet your
pillows stink, dude. You dreadhead, you
the
fucking loser.
Stinkiest pillows.
I bet when you sleep at night, you're like, oh, why does it smell so bad?
Is that me?
Oh, is that me? Is that why nobody wants to stay the night?
But honestly, I think at this point, I probably go like 3 weeks without washing my hair most of the time. So it'll be the same.
Dude, if I go 3 weeks, I'm gonna have sawdust in my hair. It's gonna be gross. I have to do it every day. Like where I work, it's just sawdust city, dude. So
well, that happens too at my job, but like it depends on where I'm at.
Oh no, not for me. No matter where I am, there's sawdust.
Well, I do. I mean, I go to different sites every day, different job sites. So,
you lucky bastard!
Sometimes
I wish I could.
Sometimes I'll put my hood up or something.
It's me, Corey. I'm the secret chopper.
No.
You're good, dude.
It's like construction sites. Like,
okay, I was you're walking in like the Unabomber,
dude. It's funny, dude, because like I said yesterday when I was at the bar that we were doing the showcase at, I was standing up on stage, and one of the comics came in and he was like, "Why is the bouncer on this?" He thought I was the bouncer.
Why is security up there telling ha-has? Get them off.
The show didn't start yet, so I wasn't on stage doing jokes. He just thought I was on stage, like setting up. Like he thought I was like the bouncers helping them set up the microphone, and dude. I was like, "No, sorry, buddy."
Dude, I just did a showcase 3 weeks ago at a pizza place, and I get this a lot being a light-skinned black dude, but we don't all look alike. We all look different.
Right.
Well, the waiter kept giving me some other dude's pizza orders every time. Right. And I looked at that guy and I was like, he's fucking bald. What are you doing? Did you just see a black guy and go, oh, he's fat, he'll eat this? I'm like 6'5", dude. He is 5'4". It's very interesting. I get confused for so many people on shows now, dude.
I want to come up there and hang with you guys and do some comedy and stuff.
Oh, dude, it'd rule. It'd totally fucking rule.
Yeah, always got a spot on my couch right here. This is one comfy couch,
dude. So
I was
gonna say, what is the scene like over there, man?
It's shitty.
I heard it's pretty tough.
Yeah, it's a little tough, but there's some good and there's a lot of bad.
No, I believe it. I've heard some horror stories on Joe Rogan's podcast
about the Philly scene.
About Philly scene, I'm like, damn.
Who was telling those horror stories?
No, it was kind of like him, like where he's like, it's a real tough place to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it gets you good though, I guess. Because it's that tough. But
well, I think he says that more about Boston. I think.
Oh shit! Why am I confusing him for a Philly guy?
He says that about Boston. Boston makes you tough.
Boston.
But
who says it's hard in Philly? I think I might have heard Shane Gillis or something say.
No, yeah, he's from Philly. He's a Philly kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple like really, really popular Philly comics. Would include Kevin Hart, of course.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Big J Okerson.
Well, I knew Big J. Big J fucking rules.
And
dude, it sucks being like I only know so much about comedy, dude. Like my head is filled with wrestling all day.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to comedy, it's like I need to watch more.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been watching like a lot of comics who are like smaller, and I'm like, all right, well, if they're doing something like this, I'm gonna avoid that. Like, I don't want to fall in this niche.
Well, it's kind of go right back to the wrestling parallels here. We're like, when you're trying to be a main event guy, you don't ride in cars with mid-carders.
Yeah,
you don't ride in cars with curtain jerkers or curtain jerk-offs, as I call them.
Thank you.
but for sure, it's like, you gonna believe it. Believe you are.
Yeah.
You are the star that you want to be before you're even that star.
Oh yeah, completely. I kind of also go off like what Joey Diaz said, man. You can only have like one unfunny friend. Like most of my friends are pretty funny. Like I don't really have an unfunny friend.
Wow, man, that's a good point.
Yeah, like you can have one, but don't have too many.
Yeah, well, like it's funny to think about the fact that like how badly you want to be in this world of comedy and podcasting and like blow up in those worlds. But like when you look around at like your friends that you have and the people that you interact with on a daily basis, none of them have podcasts. None of them listen to podcasts. None of them know podcasts. None of them know comedy as well as you know comedy. It's like none of them know wrestling as much as you know wrestling. But like comedy's a different thing, and podcasting is a different thing. And it's like, wow, most people are like completely fine and content to not chase the dragon I'm chasing.
What's always fun is when, like, say if you meet someone. It's happening in the dating world all the time for me, dude. So like I'll meet like a girl and she'll be like, "Oh, you're a comic. Who's your favorite comics?" And it's like, you tell me yours.
You're not gonna know.
I'll tell you mine.
You're gonna know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, when people say, "Who's your favorite comics?" and I'm like, "You're not gonna know who I'm talking about."
Like, here. You tell me yours, and then I'll tell you ones that revolve around the ones you like.
Yeah, like when people say,
"Do you like John Mulaney?" Sometimes, well, not all the time.
I love John Mulaney.
No, I love his stuff. It's just I'm not going out of my way to go look up the next John Mulaney thing. Like if someone goes, "Hey, you release something," I'm like, I'll catch it when I catch it. You know what I mean? I went out of my way for Mark Norman, though. I tell everybody about Mark Norman now, dude.
Yeah. Who's that again?
Mark, are you serious?
No, he's been on this podcast.
He was like, holy shit. No, like, holy shit.
He's been on my podcast. I know Mark. Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute.
No, his special Out to Lunch is really
so
funny.
Good.
So good. But yeah, I have a list of comics that, like, if somebody were to like, hey, tell me all the best comics right now, I'm like, I'll rattle off like,
like names of people they don't know. And they're like, oh, who's that? And you're like,
you gotta do the work.
Yeah, you gotta look this guy up, dude. He's so good.
I'm like
when my friends will tell me like I'm super funny, and I'm like, oh, well, you should meet blah blah blah, because they're funnier.
Well, when I do see guys like John Mulaney or Bill Burr or Louis C.K., I'm like, they make this look so easy, and like I'll never be that good. Oh
man, I don't compare myself like that, man.
No,
I try not to. I won't so hard.
I won't do that either. But I'll just see them and I'll be like, they're so good.
Yeah.
Like, and it takes seasoning, and it takes a long amount of struggle, grit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it takes a lot of fucking up.
Yeah,
to finally get it good.
Mm-hmm.
It truly does. It takes a lot of fucking up. And I
was at that like viral the Open Anthony traveling virus where Bill Burr like did that big long rant on Philly and he shit all over Philly and it went very viral.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's so good.
I was laughing my ass off. but that was before. I mean, that was before anybody cared or like loved. Like Bill Burr didn't have the amount of love that he has now. Back then,
oh man, what was it? I think the first album I ever saw of his hair. He had a full head of hair, dude. This is like I think right when he got that. Like right when the Philly incident happened. Now I just can't think of what the album's called, but it was so good, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Was it the one where it's like calm down or something. It was like, stop yelling. I forget what it was, but it was like, it was orange. Yeah.
Like he's like talking about being an ashy white guy.
And he was like, oh, the lady was done eating their McMuffin and she wiped her mouth with the bag.
Yeah, with the bag, like an animal.
It's like, there's this guy who was so fat, he was scratching his back on a beam. It was like,
just get in it.
It was like, the back fat guy can mate with the McMuffin lady.
God damn it, dude.
Yeah.
Just quoting other funny comedians.
Yeah. Why stand on your own material?
Oh, dude, can I Carlos Mencia it? Is that what you're telling me?
That's great. But I want to give you the opportunity, if you don't mind, just this is now your opportunity on the record to ask me anything that you might have questions about or say anything you'd like to say to me.
All right, Corey. What do you consider your greatest match, dude? Like start to finish, it felt so good. The crowd enjoyed it. Everybody in the back was about it. What was your favorite one, dude?
Oh man. Oh
yeah, making you pick your own brain on this one, huh?
Well, I did a match that was it was a ladder match inside of a cage.
Okay.
And it felt really good, except for the guy like broke his shoulder in the match.
Oh,
but it was all good until that happened.
Wow, this goes great, brother. My shoulder.
I'm like, we really got him, dude, don't we? Listen how good we got him. It's like, my shoulder's fucked up, dude.
I think you're gonna have to take this one home. That's the greatest match because you had to take it home.
he was like, all right, let's take it home. I'm gonna get you up for the power bomb. Owie! Owie!
Everybody thinks he's screaming because he's about to put everything he has into it. Turns out he's in pain.
This is glorious!
Oh, dude, every part of that sounds awful. The power bomb used to be my finish until like I forgot. People don't wash their gear sometimes.
Oh boy, it's a stinky situation.
Oh, dude, every time. What is wrong with you?
I haven't done a power bomb. I haven't done a power bomb since the Clinton administration.
Oh fuck, dude.
It's like I don't want to. It's not something I could hit on everybody, so I'm not going to hit it.
Right? I just get tired of people not washing their gear.
And people can't jump.
People can't jump for shit.
People can't get up for shit. So I'd rather go, well, I know I can get you up for a lot of things. So I'll get you up for the things I can get you up for. And I know I have the ability to control me in this move, which will in turn control you. So I won't overcommit myself to hitting something that is not believable.
See, what's crazy is
you said you're 6'5", right?
Yeah, I'm 6'5". And what's crazy is people still can't get up.
You're huge, and I mean,
dude,
how much do you weigh?
I weigh 340, but I don't sandbag anybody, dude.
Oh boy, that's a lot of pounds. That's a lot of person. You have
trust me. Everybody comes up to me and goes, "Well, I like to do a pile driver and blah 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 blah." And it's like, no, we're not doing that.
No, this size description that you're giving me explains how you can get away with taking one bump. I can understand.
Exactly.
I can now understand.
I can get away with it.
So, I mean, I'm not a small guy at all. I came up through the business as a small guy. I mean, I'm at this point, I'm 230 now. I'm 6 foot 230.
Okay.
So I'm bigger than most of the people that I'm on shows with, but
standing next to you, I'll make you look small a little bit, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, right. But most of the people I'm on shows with don't really want to get me up for too many things. Like don't.
Yeah.
But back in the day, like I'm a featherweight as far as getting up for moves. I can get up for everything, but like people don't do it as much because it's not as realistic. It's not as believable.
Yeah, see, like in the beginning, like I could take a Canadian destroyer like nothing. Like I could do it. I'm not proud, and Jim Cornette is probably not going to be happy about it. But like I could take one. Do I want to do them? No, I really don't.
Well, I mean, risk versus reward on a lot of things. Like that's
Like if we're in the middle of like a giant thing and the big payoff is a Canadian, let's do it. But like if we're just doing it to do it, I kind of like, all right, man, are we doing this to be cool? Or are we doing this to tell a story?
What's the angle? What's the what's the build up? What's it leading to?
Yeah, like and I don't really do lift up moves anymore, man. Like it's big, but if I can get over with just like a fucking forearm and it pops the crowd, well, I don't got to do a suplex, dude. I know how to do them. I don't have to do them though.
I don't know. I do
underhook.
I do
the underhook.
The underhook suplexes.
Okay.
I do a lot of like simple shit, I guess.
But it's like simple, but it looks good.
Like I do like a STO like pretty frequently. I'll do a neck breaker. It's like nothing major. Not gorilla pressing anybody. It's not worth it to be only able to get somebody to hear.
Hey,
and have to give up.
Name the last wrestler you can that has done a gorilla press in front of you, because I can't name a single one.
John Zandig.
Before or after, like the cage of death.
I don't know. John Zandig has gorilla pressed me before and just squashed my nuts. Ridiculous. I'm like, is this because he hates me? Is this because he hates me, or is this just the way he does it? Because he's squashing the shit out of my nuts right now.
Squeezing him, and you're like, Jesus!
I'm holding up, and I'm like, he hates me.
Jesus!
I actually talked about that with Tony.
Squeezing your balls.
No, not the squeezing the balls thing. But when we were talking about Botchamania, I said that when that promo happened where John did the Jesus thing, I was there. I was on the other side of the camera. I was behind the cameraman while he was doing that.
You try not to laugh, dude?
No, dude. I was a student at the time, and I was just like, "Oh, is this what I'm signing myself up for this maniac? Like everybody's gonna be like this guy." I'm like, I'm not gonna do promos like that. And then like when I was doing and the funny thing was, it was like that promo was way over with the locker room at CZW, way more like early on when it first happened. Do you know who Chris Cash is?
Yeah, I know Chris Cash, dude.
Okay. So Chris Cash and Eddie Valentine had an apartment that they rented from John Zandig. So John Zandig rented them an apartment, and it was like they had a landline. So this is before cell phones were a big deal and everybody had one. But their outgoing answering machine message was, "What are you, blind? Oh my Jesus!" They had that as their outgoing answering machine message, and John would leave them messages, and he'd be like, "It's not fucking funny, you guys. It's not fucking funny. Change that shit."
Do you think he purposely called just to find out if they still had it? Like,
he was their landlord, so he was calling to get the rent check.
But no, like, come on, guys, not funny. I'm trying to hear my own. This is the greatest promo of all time, dude. It really is.
John Zandig's not cool enough to appreciate the humor of it.
Oh, dude, he really needs. You got to embrace the meme sometime, dude.
He won't. He's too insecure.
Dude. Listen, if I did something that funny and everybody else was making fun of me, I think I'd join the train of, I fucked up.
He probably gets just as mad every single time somebody he probably gets.
How often do you think he's like, God, I hate Macho Mania for making this a thing?
He would never admit that. He would never say it out loud because he would play it he's too cool to admit that he's watched it ever. Like he would look, I don't have the internet. Other people have the internet for me, and they look at things like he's too cool. Like
I've heard some stories about that. Like, well, a lot of people are kind of like that, man. Like that they're just too into their own shit to admit like this is kind of funny when you look at it face value, dude. Like the way you did that promo, dude. Oh my!
You see that? It took 5 of them. Hey, club. And then he took the water.
I'll never. That's like, dude, come on.
The Hate Club's dead. Oh my!
If Scott Steiner can embrace the fact he put out one of the worst promos ever.
No, like it's kind of very similar to the Lex Luger thing. He's like, are they gonna pay me? And he's like, this t-shirt's too tight. I don't know.
Oh, dude, I just checked the time and I slowly gotta start making my way to that other podcast.
Well, at this point, just a few quick things, and I'll send you home a hot dog and a handshake.
My favorite, dude.
With the go home, just right off into the sunset. After that, go do your other podcast that you got to do. So, I do a segment here that I call audio time travel.
Oh shit!
So, what I'd like you to do is hypothetically, this audio is going to be heard in 20 years by the people who love you most in this world. And this is a time capsule. This is a moment in where on the record, you can say something that might outlive you.
Okay.
So this is a message that goes directly to the people who love you the most about who you are and how you have evolved to this point in your life and what advice you might have for them to become a better version of themselves.
If I could tell something to somebody in 20 years and it's like a better advice, and hopefully I live this advice that I'm going to give is don't give up on things you love, man. Shit gets hard. It really does. And you might feel like you're the only person going through something, but like people care about you. People love you. And if you love what you're doing, it'll never leave you. And that's the best I got, brother.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Want to make sure I say on the record, because I know I said it when we were blanked out here for a minute.
Yeah.
I want to say I'm excited that we've become friends. I hope and I know that this is just the beginning, just the start of something cool. I would love to be able to have the opportunity to collaborate with you in any way. So if you ever need me for any kind of resource for anything, you need some information, any kind of fun you want to have, you want to do some joke writing or anything like that.
Would you be down for doing an online skit of where you're my therapist and I'm trying to talk to you about something?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, dude. Let me write the skit out and I'll totally get it to you, dude, because it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, dude. I'll get in some like a turtleneck or something.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be ridiculous. Like I'm gonna be telling you some weird things, and you're gonna be like, "I think I might have to tell the police." Like, no, do that.
No, this was a dream I was having. Where this was the thought I was having inside of a dream, not a thought that I have.
Yeah,
dude. So back to me telling you. Oh, you froze up on me again. You botched it. Oh, you're gonna leave me? All right. So hypothetically, I've gifted you this show. Now, for the first episode of your new podcast, Evolving with Joey Stein, kind of a Jerry Springer's final thought in like a minute or so. wrap up the takeaways from this show. Maybe some of the best messages that can help people evolve to a better version of themselves tomorrow, as they are than they are today. Oh, that's a great concept, dude. I'm gonna say probably. No, it's just me. It's just Corey. Joey's left me again. But since we're already in the middle of wrapping up, I want to take this opportunity one more time to, on the record, thank Joey Stein for joining me on this 244th episode of the podcast, Evolving with Corey Castle. And anybody listening or watching this podcast, please absolutely take the time to hit that subscribe button. Maybe check out the archives, the other 243 episodes of Evolving with Corey Castle. And, if you like the show, let me know you exist. Comment below if you're watching on YouTube. If you want to subscribe, subscribe on any of the platforms. And tell everybody that you love them. Hug your family. Forgive everybody. Forgive anybody who you've been holding on to stuff against. Forgive yourself. You don't have to tell them you forgive them. Just forgive them in your head. But don't forget what it is you were upset about. Like, keep your guard up. You need that. That's what got you to where you are. So leave you with this. I love you. Thank you. Be fun. Have safe. Keep evolving.